guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and oh boy, every single time a Mortal Kombat character comes out, something happens. Like, I've done my fair share of complaining, and I probably still will. But this one was kind of like, meh, really? Like, you're really complaining about this? So we've seen a lot of people questioning Kitana, and she was the first one that came out, and I was like, she looks good. Her face looks good for once. Like, NRS has a hard time with doing faces, and this time I was kind of impressed. Like, Scarlet and Jade just looks like a man, like straight up man. But this time I was kind of like, wow, we actually got something rather feminine as far as her face goes. We still got the Brie Larson ass, but whatever. I'll take the positives where I can get them, because God, I've tried to find them in this game, and it has been hard. But we've seen a lot of people tweeting out, since when does Kitana look like an Asian woman? Why is Kitana Asian in this game? Hashtag change Kitana's face. Change her face. We don't want Asian Kitana. She is not Asian. Okay, we're going to have a conversation about this. Like, really, come on. This is going to get a little technical, so deal with it. Love it, but I have just one question that is not a big deal. Why Kitana is Asian now? And I did have a couple people asking me what I thought about that in my comment section. I also was called a feminist quite a few times. Like, so far from, but sure, I'm a feminist now. This is not the issue with Kitana. The issue I saw with Kitana myself personally was that, well, to put it simply, she looks the same. Like, her outfit is so, yeah, she's got a tight outfit, but it looks very, like, Captain Marvel-y to me. It looks very, unfeminine. She doesn't show, I'm not going to be the one to say I want stripper outfits, because that's not in the right direction. That's not what I'm looking for. You're doing this in ass backwards way when you're covering your females completely up and then saying realism, realism, realism. It doesn't count. We've had this conversation before. Now, she was the first one I thought that structurally in her face looked very well done. But that's where it ended. So, Kitana is literally brought in by a bunch of men on a throne. Like, Kitana is now the Empress of Netherrealm, I'm sorry. And I get that. So when we saw her in Mortal Kombat 10, she was a Revenant. Now I don't get why she's not now. And I'm sure there'll be some sort of explanation. Maybe somebody else knows. Like, I couldn't figure this out. Why is she not a Revenant? And why is she being brought in by men who are bowing to her like, oh, come on, Slay Queen. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Also, she looked 21. Like, she looked like a child. When they aged Sonya up, and I understand that Kitana is like, 10,000 years old. And Edenians do not age normally, but they aged Sonya up. And they made her look, in her 40s or something, but they de-aged Kitana? Like, really? I don't know. Okay, so basically, she is all these Asian things, all these people wanting to know. It comes down to NRS, NetherRealm cannot do their job when it comes to faces. I think she was always intended to be Asian. Just, they didn't know how to show Asian faces. Like, this is literally a game that is Asian, Japanese, Chinese descent. So why are you questioning that? I don't get. So she's not Asian. I think it's actually kind of a little bit annoying. They keep changing the ethnicity. People get confused. But there's no consistency or established lore. She is Edenian. That is what she is. She is Edenian, so she's not, she doesn't have a specific ethnicity. She doesn't, I think, even her mom, Sindel. So we've seen her portrayed in the movies as far as being white. We've seen Kitana portrayed in the movies as being partly Asian. So I think I don't think it's an issue of people being racist. I never thought that from the beginning. I think it's an issue of people not knowing what to expect from NRS, because it's so It's so inconsistent. And don't get me wrong, I love these games, but come on, show a little consistency within this, or you're going to get this backlash. Like, literally, they probably planned this. Are you kidding me? They really probably did. What I don't get most of all is, like I said, last time we saw her in 10 at the end, she was the Empress of Netherrealm alongside Liu Kang. She was threatened by, she was threatened by Raiden to leave Earth alone. So this whole Asian thing is really null and void because, again, she's a Didian. Just leave it at that. Don't question it. Her face actually looks good for once. Don't question it. But I did find this article, and I found it kind of interesting. It says, for a few entries, Mortal Kombat has been toning down the sexualities of female fighters. Yay. Oh, here we go again. But for the most part, people have either liked it, the more realistic designs. Oh my God, if I hear realistic one more time, I'm going to scream. It's not realistic to have Scarlet have a bunch of layers of clothes, because if somebody goes to fight her, they're going to grab it. Come on now. Or haven't even blinked at them. Oh, I blinked at them, honey. You just don't want to talk about that. But there are some Mortal Kombat fans who aren't happy with the design changes. Yep. And have been voicing their opinions reveal by reveal. The latest fighter to stir up the controversy, who revealed last week, and who's unhappy with some of the designs. So we're talking about Kitana here. And I love this because I love One Angry Gamer. I follow that site quite a bit, and it says, Mortal Kombat 11 trailer confirms she has smaller boobs, no sexy bare legs, which is, basically a staple to her character. It is something that she typically is seen doing. It's like putting, well, I guess they did it. It's like putting Black Canary without her fishnets. It doesn't make sense. Wait, we kind of saw that. So what the hell is new? And then we see new Kitana design is so boring. And we've got this great picture of her on her throne with the men carrying her. Like, come on. It's so typical. It's so what we expected. It's so boring. Just make her Kitana. Make her the ass kicker that we know. And unfortunately, I hate that she's got that mourning aspect to her again with Mileena, because I was hoping to get that character back. But you know as well as I do, they would not bring her back because Mileena typically is that seductive, sexy character. There is no way that this would be brought to somebody's attention, that this would be brought in a game, for the simple fact that they don't want sexy anymore. They don't want seductive anymore. They want Slay Queen on her freaking throne. Oh my God. Well, it is a legit criticism. Sex appeal was a bigger part of female ninjas characters. Did I just say Nazis, really? Oh my God. It makes no sense to suddenly tone it down for all these years later. For folks like Sonya, it's understandable. Absolutely. She's in her 40s. She is a police officer. She is of law enforcement. It makes sense for her. But rather like Kitana, Jade, and Mileena, it's rather lame. Could not agree more. Notice, MK11 is lacking the amazing designs because their whole thing is covering them up. Holy shit, I've said that 1,000 times. I personally am not saying that I want naked, but I want some sexiness to help the design. Look at MKX Kitana showing her skin and design was badass. Absolutely. Jade from description was great. It showed armor Amazonian. Jade in MK11. I don't know how we could say it was great, but she looks straight up like a dude. Like, I can't even take how bad it is anymore. She's the worst. I really did care for this design, but she looked absolutely awesome. I am at the point now with MK series that I just gonna watch the tournaments and skip the entry. That's sad. I really kind of feel bad. There's too much white knight in the community that serves itself is screwed from an artistic point of view. There's a problem with MK11 that no one seems to care. There is, and there are people that care. And the problem is like they bring up this white knighting situation. And I've had it in my comments too. I know others have spoken about it. These people that are wanting these plain Jane designs, these very sexless appeal designs, are coming around to my comment section and saying, I'm a reverse feminist or internal misogynist, they like to say. But they're saying they want the stripper or they want the bathing suit fighters, and they're being more sexist than anybody that agrees with me. So tell me how much sense that makes. I don't know. I just think this is ridiculous. But at the end of the day, the whole Asian thing doesn't need to be real because she's a Deedian. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.